A more in-depth look at Facebook Messenger bots. Don't let the word bot throw you off. I can understand why people have all sorts of misgivings regarding this word. After all, when we hear of this word, we instantly think of unpleasant things. We think about spyware being sent by zombie computers all over the world and people's computers being hijacked by malicious software. We also think about hackers installing bot software on sensitive computers to perpetuate crimes or denial of service attacks. Also, when we think about bots, we think about malicious and seemingly autonomous pieces of code that create all sorts of havoc. Finally, people looking for a date online are very familiar with bots, and they don't have a very favorable view of them. Dating apps like Tinder and Grindr are often susceptible to fake dating profiles. When people try to connect with seemingly attractive users, they get led on a wild goose chase thanks to some sort of automated script. After they've wasted quite a bit of time talking to these accounts, they realize that they're actually talking to a bot. The bot simply just reacts to whatever keywords they type in with some pre-canned script or dialogue. The key is to get the other person to continue talking until they've softened up to want to click a link. That link can go to an online strip show or a paid dating service. In other words, dating bots are just simply fancy schemes in spamming people. As you can well imagine, given all these descriptions, a lot of online consumers don't exactly have a very favorable view of automated communication software, aka bots. But the good news is that bots aren't all bad. Facebook Messenger bots are proof of this. Facebook Messenger bots take advantage of the Facebook Messenger platform automation features. Facebook made quite a stir when it announced that it has redesigned its Messenger service. You can install it separately, or you can install it as part of your Facebook app on your mobile device or computer. Whatever your installation is, Facebook Messenger is designed in such a way that it can be automated. By using scripts, you can program your Facebook Messenger app to send predetermined text to people contacting it. It's like calling customer service number and being asked to press different buttons depending on the nature of your inquiry. But instead of voice prompts, you do this with keyword or phrase prompts. For example, if you run an online shoe store and people are interested in Nike Air shoes with certain attributes, they can type in the brand name and the model or any other identifying information, and then you can set up Facebook Messenger bot to give your prospective customer key information like availability, price, and variations that may be in stock. Facebook Messenger bot common features. There are many different types of Facebook Messenger bots currently in existence, but regardless of their seeming differences, they do have common features. Purely inbound. Messenger bots will only send you a message if you message them first. If somebody goes to your Facebook page and clicks on the messenger icon because they're interested in your online catalog or your service description, they can click the messenger button and leave a message. In other words, they initiate the relationship. You don't use your bot to message people who have no prior relationship with you. It's all inbound, not outbound. Trigger specific. Since Facebook Messenger bots are inbound, they filter inquiries based on certain key phrases. In many cases, Facebook page operators would give a short menu of trigger words to potential customers engaging with their Facebook Messenger bot. For example, to use the online shoe store scenario, I can put on my Facebook page, "Contact us today," type availability, or type of shoe, type brand to get more information. Basically, I'm giving a cheat sheet to prospective buyers on how to use my Facebook Messenger bot. When they type in that information, they'd get information back. If they type the wrong information and it doesn't prompt the right feedback, I can put a generic catch-all message that notifies them that I read all engagements, and once regular business hours resume, I will get in touch with them through Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is rule-driven. Another great thing about Facebook Messenger bots is that you can automate them based on rules. So, depending on how the customer responds to the information you send them, which in and of itself is a response to their initial inquiry, you can create a decision tree that sends different messages depending on the prompt. This is not much different from calling a call center in India or the Philippines. When you call a call center, you are routed by an initial screening system, and depending on your question or inquiry, you are sent to other specialists. This is especially true if you're looking to resolve credit card issues, billing statements, or financial transactions. There is some sort of decision tree involved, and you can use a similar approach with your Facebook Messenger bot. Facebook Messenger bot limitations. As awesome as the common features of most Facebook Messenger bots may be, bots do have quite a number of limitations. If you're excited about using this Facebook messaging technology to expand your business, you might end up overextending yourself, or you might assume an overly optimistic assumption about current bot technology. It's a good idea to be as realistic as possible because, as amazing as chatbots are, they do have serious limitations. They cannot read minds. Please understand that chatbot technology is still a work in progress. We haven't reached the point yet where you can post an ambiguous word and automatically expect the bot to know what you're talking about. You basically have to train your customers to use certain keywords and phrases to either start the conversation properly so as to trigger the right information, or step them through the decision tree process so they are feeding the bot the right bits and pieces of information so as to trigger the right response. This can be quite clunky and awkward depending on how long the decision tree is and how many alternative pieces of information are possible with each branch of the logic tree. They can require fancy coding. If you want a really professional Facebook Messenger bot, you need somebody who can code it using Facebook's commands in a robust way. While you don't necessarily have to have coding skills to come up with a fairly straightforward bot, if you want it to be deep, nuanced, robust, and scalable, you would need professional help. This might set you back quite a bit of money because people who know their way around the Facebook Messenger bot automation aren't exactly cheap. They have to comply with Facebook's terms of service. Facebook is under a tremendous amount of legal pressure currently. We all know the regulatory heat it is facing in terms of user data and user privacy. But above and beyond these fairly familiar issues, Facebook's automation process is a very touchy area. This is why Facebook is clear. You can use Facebook Messenger purely as an inbound system. You cannot turn it into some sort of spam machine that basically messages people who haven't even been to your page. There has to be some sort of pre-existing engagement or point of contact between your business's presence on Facebook and your prospect. Maybe they visited your page. Maybe they are part of a group that you control. Maybe they left a comment on your page. There has to be some sort of initial trigger that was purely initiated by your customer. You cannot initiate it yourself because Facebook will view that as spam. Another related limitation Facebook imposes as part of its terms of service involves timing. When a person interacts with your brand on Facebook, you have 24 hours to send that person the initial message and then a follow-up message. That's all you're allowed. Anything you do past this point would be a violation. The only way to get around this, of course, is if your prospect contacts you again through Messenger and then you have another opportunity to send an automated message and then follow up. Keep this rule in mind. They have to make the first move and then you get the right to reply. And then, after 24 hours, you get to send another reply, but that's it. At this point, they have to keep contacting you for you to keep sending them messages. This might seem pretty straightforward, but if you're looking for a more robust or aggressive way of engaging with your customers, this term of service limitation is quite a hefty one.